Coming up this week, the solution. Hello everyone, and welcome to Sunday Spoilers, this great opportunity for us to get excited about what's coming up. It's an opportunity for us to prepare for worship, this important thing that we do together, this important time that we have to be able to celebrate God, to celebrate who we are as the children of God. This is a chance for us to kind of prepare our hearts for that time. So we go into that time prepared. We go into that time expecting what God is going to do for us. We're continuing our look at this kind of life of hurry that we can live so easily. We know that we live in a world that focuses on being busy. We're always busy, we're always doing things, and so it can feel like we rush from one thing to the next. We talked last week about how often that hurry can lead to what many psychologists call hurry sickness, where it affects a lot of other things that we do. It affects our perception of life, it affects how we feel, it affects how we respond to things, because we're always in a rush. And we can very easily end up missing things. So last week we talked about the problem of being like Martha, with Martha and Mary. Mary sat at the feet of Jesus, and Martha was busy doing things and hurrying to do things. And Jesus basically said, Mary's doing the right thing. She's sitting at my feet. She's listening to me. I think we get distracted. I think we get pulled away from things. And so that's the problem. It's hard to be spiritual. God has the speed of love. The speed of love is slow. So what's the solution? If that's the problem, what's the solution? I think oftentimes we think that the solution to being hurried and always being in a hurry is to find more time. That's how we that's how we treat that. That's how we look at that. We just want to find more time here and there. If we can get a couple minutes here, get a couple minutes there, that's kind of a solution. But like we said before, sometimes that's where we get into the practice of hurrying, because we're trying to squeeze a couple minutes here, a couple minutes there. We end up hurrying through things. So the solution isn't more time. We can't add more time to the day. We can't add another day to the week. Even if we did, we would probably do something with that time that was different. So the solution, I think, truly comes from Jesus. The text that we're going to be looking at this week to kind of give us that solution, to give us that answer, comes from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 11, verses 27 through 30. Let me just share that with you right now. It says, "All things have been committed to me by my Father. No one knows the Son except the Father, and no one knows the Father except the Son, and those to whom the Son chooses to reveal him. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light." There's so many times the Bible just does that. There's so many times where Jesus does that. He says something that just hits you. He says something that causes us to be so grateful to hear. Jesus says, "Come to me." He knows the stress that we have. He knows the burdens that we carry. And he talks about this yoke. We'll be looking more on Sunday about the yoke that Jesus has for us. He's sharing life with us. He's sharing the burdens with us. We don't feel like we have to do everything on our own. We have this yoke. So between now and then, maybe think about those ways that you can look to that solution. The solution of Jesus. The solution of responding to the invitation. This begins with an invitation. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened. How is Jesus calling out to you? How is Jesus offering that invitation to you? And more importantly, how can you respond? How can you stand beside Jesus? How can maybe you allow Jesus to share that weight, to share that burden, and to share that life with you? I look forward to seeing you on Sunday. I look forward to sharing this idea of the yoke of Jesus. And I look forward to seeing how we can share that burden together and how we can be able to live life to its fullest, knowing that God calls us to do so. Take care, everyone. We'll see you on Sunday.